Hey, yo, hello, welcome to the show. Thank you for your view. I appreciate you. I was doing this Beaver mission for Harriet, and moose were just spawning left and right. Like, before this video even, like, this was happening for me. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I need to capture this. So I turned my capture software on. You can see I just sampled the moose. I left it. Here's another one spawning. Now, I've done a lot of these Harriet missions. I've said to people before during live streams, during daily challenge videos, that you can do a beaver mission with Harriet and get these moose to spawn up here before. But never had I had it like this. This is utterly ridiculous. Now, the key to this is where the beaver is. The beaver location, you want to be southwest of the bridge in order for this to work the best. You see the smoke coming up over there? That is where the beaver is. Now, I left that second moose, and I come over here. Yeah, see, there's where the beaver is. And there's another moose. Like, it's utterly ridiculous. And I'm going to keep spawning them throughout this entire video. And even towards the end, a cougar spawns. Like, I did get a cougar before I started recording as well. So if you're farming samples up like I am, then this is a real killer tactic in order to get your moose samples, throw a couple cougar samples in. Sometimes you'll even get a black bear up here. It's just mind-blowing to me. And, you know, the trick is you want to understand how animals spawn in this game. In general, stuff will not spawn when you're looking at it, okay? And if you're in the area, you run away and come back, stuff will spawn too. And because I'm sedating and not killing these animals, it doesn't put their respawn on a cooldown. So all I basically have to do is leave the area and come back, and I can get these to respawn. And it's not the same one that I just sampled that's just getting up and going back to its routine. Now see here, I'm looking down at the ground because I want to give stuff a chance to spawn. You see that moose there was not there just a moment ago. I came over, and as I was coming over, I looked down because it won't spawn if I'm looking where the spawn location is. So by looking down, that gives it an opportunity to spawn off my screen, and then boom, it spawns. Like, that's a key thing. I was purposely looking down. You'll see me do it again later in the video as well. And it's real ideal if you can prevent the moose from getting into the water. Like, it's best if you can get in the water and scare the moose inland. You'll see me do that a little bit in this video later. I'm not the best at doing it though. Sometimes, as you can see, they end up in the water, and it turns into quite a mess trying to get them out. So please allow me to fast forward through this part, because it took me a stupid amount of time in order to get a sample off this moose. I tried first scaring it on the land, and it got caught up over on that bank over there where it just wasn't coming up. So finally just decided to sedate it. I thought maybe I could pull it over to land, but it wouldn't, so I pushed it out into the current a little bit with my body. Now I'm trying to pull it to shore, but then I realized, oh shoot, it's kind of shallow here. I can just run up and sample it. So I got that done, and I turn around. I don't see a moose, but that's alright, because let me get on my horse here and do this little trick. Now see, there's no moose to my right. Just now there was no moose there to the right. Okay, now watch this, what happens. I'm going to come over, and I'm going to look over, and there's going to be a moose there. Just like that. Boom. It's just that ridiculous, you guys. They just keep spawning over and over. I don't even know how many samples I ended up getting doing this. But you do want to keep in mind that there is a timer on these missions. Eventually, you will fail the mission if you don't go handle the legendary night beaver by either, you know, killing and skinning it, or going and sampling it, or whatever, and ending the mission on yourself. You can eventually fail the mission by spending too much time doing other things, which I knew that. I've had it happen to me before in the past, and it's going to happen to me again during this mission, so you're actually going to see it happen. I was totally okay with that happening here, though, because I was recording, and, you know, just for your sake, it doesn't hurt any for me to take a hit on a mission so you can kind of get an idea of how it works, how you fail. It's going to pop up and give me a 30-second timer. So, you know, you could go and free the beaver and then go back to hunting moose. And then when you get the 30-second timer, hurry up, run over and skin the beaver. Okay, you could do that. But in order for that to really work effectively, you're going to have to keep within 30 seconds of the beaver. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ran all the way out to that location you just saw me turn around at because there is a cougar spawn at that location. I was checking it to see if maybe I could get a cougar to spawn there. I do that a couple times. However, unfortunately, we don't get one to spawn there during the video. We get one to spawn over by where that moose right there is again. And you see some of these are 1-star moose, and you think in your head, like this one's a 1-star, you're thinking like, dang, is this the one I just sampled? Am I even going to get a sample off of it? But I have found thus far that not to be a problem. Every single one that I down, I'm able to get a sample off of. So it's obviously, like, by running out of the area, the one that you've downed despawns, and a new one comes to replace it. And, well, I mean, if you have any questions, drop comments down below. I'll be happy to answer them. I'm sure other people in the community will answer them too. I didn't do any glitches or exploits in order to get into this lobby. I just talked to Harriet. You do need to be a naturalist, at least level 5, in order to hunt legendary animals through missions from her. And then you get the night beaver mission, which the pelt is very valuable if you take it to crypts. So a lot of times I was farming this just for its pelt, and also for an opportunity to snag some moose, because I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but I'm trying to get to 10 of each sample type in order just to stock up. I'm going to sell them at some point. I don't know, maybe when Harriet's paying bonus payout, or after an outlaw pass drops or something like that. Then I'll be selling all my samples off, bank on the XP. I might sell some before then, just, you know, to work on the awards, to sell 20 samples of each set. Who knows? It just depends on when I fill up. But I'm actually getting really close to only needing desert animals, especially after coming across this method here of getting moose, because I really was struggling on the moose. But now that I've found out how to do this, the struggle will be no more. And I'm you know, honored and fortunate to be able to bring it to you. I hope that you find some value in this. I guess I'm just kind of rambling on at the moment, but we got to kill a little bit of time. I'm trying to get them to respawn. You see, twice now I ran through there and I didn't get a respawn. But don't lose hope if that happens to you. Just run away and come back, and like you've seen, you don't even really technically have to run away and come back. You can look away and look back, but it just, I feel better about running away and coming back. Just, it makes me feel better about knowing the area is properly resetting versus just standing in one spot and turning around and looking back and forth. But you have seen already that they can spawn from 1 second to the next just from me looking away and looking back at the area. And again, I've come back over here and I'm not seeing any. And this is the first time I've done this, you guys. I'm recording the very first time I've done this. So at this point in the hunt, I'm kind of thinking like, oh no, is it just going to stop working? So instead of going all the way back to where I was turning around, I decided just to come over to this ridge and do like I was talking about. Just kind of like, you know, keep my eye on the area, look away and look back and see if I could get something to spawn that way. And lo and behold, I come over, I see, well, there's another moose over there that spawned. So, I mean, they just keep coming. There might be a short dry spell, but doesn't mean give up. Just keep at it, get as many moose samples as you want. Get your photographs, track them, do all those things. But keep in mind, if you kill them, then I'm pretty sure they're going to go on a respawn timer, and you're going to struggle to get them to respawn. So save killing and skinning them till after you got all the samples that you want. Otherwise, you might kind of like jinx your luck in getting the respawn. I don't think I really have too much more to add here. So I'm just going to let the rest of the video play out so you can kind of see how the mission looks like when it ends. I appreciate y'all coming in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hey, you know, if you're not new, share it with someone who is. And I'll catch y'all next time. Until then, happy hunting and happy trails. Time to black out, no doubt. 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 Time to black out, no doubt.